Fatherhood is calling.
Fatherhood.
Miss him.
November babies. Who? Wanakuja. They're made in February. Oh, and the third thing that you need to discuss is your families. That's a topic that you should discuss and expound it. She needs to know the mother-in-law before Tamjue. That was a sad moment. Yeah, it trended for a while. Yeah. And then there's this moment.
My dress, my choice.
Yeah, when the my dress, my choice thing started. And then there was this time they were chopping men's genitals in Nyeri. It happened for a while. It became an issue until like that's when I realized.
There was an era of septic tanks.
Wagwan guys, itabidi mwenyekiti amekaa kwa mkeka. Tuko kwenye Kikao episode 6.
Yes.
Au sio?
Brian exclusive. Gash in the house.
Cliff with Annie.
Yeah, mazee. Tumefika episode 6 this time round. Tumesema we want to deliver as many episodes as possible.
Yes, tunakimbiza. It's another week, another $1. I'm Kenyan, and of course lazima nikimbizwe.
I'm Kenyan, of course I'm a marathon runner.
That makes sense. You see that joke?
But of course unajua wezi kimbia though.
Unakimbia?
Wapi?
Budo usidanganywe na nini?
Nakimbiza na maisha.
Lakini ategemea unakimbiza nini ama unakimbizwa wapi? But anyway, we move on.
Nikukimbia.
Hey, how's your week been, guys? Gashu.
Wiki yangu imekuwa slow. Nimekuwa tu indoors, nothing interesting, but I had a show on Sato. At least nilitoka kwa nyumba Sato. Nothing interesting.
Whether tujaonana the whole week.
By the way,
January is happening.
Date 60 ama tuko date
January na tu January.
Tuko date 42.
Sasa at least tuko karibu kunini. Guys, my birthday is coming up. Are you prepared?
Ulisema you want gifts.
Are your pockets ready to spoil me before Valentine ikuja? But Valentine is
you're done spoiling us.
Gifts.
Boss, if it's your party, you are fine.
Sio mimi na drinks. Mimi na drinks na niwafanyia mbambe kitu.
Ours is to surprise you.
To surprise you.
Alafu pia Valentine nakuja. Are you guys ready to
imagine you have, assuming somebody has a Valentine and a birthday in the same month, man. Wait.
What one?
That guy is me.
You are people. Somebody.
No, but definitely. He's the unlucky one in this case because he gifts more on Valentine's rather than being gifted. I assume so.
My boxer, tuna my socks.
No. Listen. No, I'm not talking of that your birthday is on Valentine's Day. I mean on February. I'm talking of you have Valentine's and you also have her birthday on the same month.
So obviously birthday yako inasaulika. Oh, it's her birthday and it's Valentine.
You're now the same month.
Tricky.
In 1 month.
Lakini sasa ile mbaya, the worst one is when it's your birthday on Valentine. And it's Valentine.
It's birthday and it's Valentine's.
Yeah, definitely.
So you have to choose which gift you want.
There's no choosing. Only one gift will be given.
Yeah, so you have to choose whether that gift will be for your birthday or for your Valentine's.
November babies.
Or makes sense.
Or on the gift you write Happy Birthday Valentine's Day. All of
no, you know what happens? You definitely have to gift.
Sasa hiyo.
Mwana msanza. Daddy jokes. Just tell us about your week.
Yeah, man.
Your joke.
Your joke ni dry.
Imegonga ukuta.
Mbaya sana.
Tungekuwa tunaweza ka sound hizo.
Ile sound ya
Anyway, it's been a great week. Guys, we move on.
So
regardless.
We move on.
Fatherhood is calling.
Fatherhood.
Miss him.
November babies. Who? Wanakuja. They're made in February.
What warnings are you trying to give Brian?
Tell us about your week.
And it's been an amazing week.
Yeah.
Nothing really major happened during the week, though. It's been good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mine was okay. Mine was chilled. Just work.
Just balling.
Boss,
just
you're not
balling.
You're not bowling.
Hey, you guys. Since we went to Palm, this guy is balling.
The merchandise is coming.
I see.
Speaking of which,
I told you.
speaking of which, merchandise is coming. Don't worry. Yeah, hit my DM if you want some merch. Anyway, so I wanted us to start off with something that happened. I just thought about it like 2 days ago because somebody mentioned it, and then I just wanted your opinion on this. Have you ever had this instance where you reconnect with somebody from back home? And then maybe it's been years and years and years you've not talked. And then you reconnect with them and they're in Kenya and they find out you're not in Kenya. And within the first few lines of the conversation, hey, niaje, how are you? Hey, I'm good. Hey. They figure out, you're okay, you're alive. Mazee, niko na shida mazee. Unaweza nitumia, Do you guys go through that? That thing pisses me off.
I think it's a common thing, especially when you're not in Kenya.
Hiyo kitu, I think this is something people need to realize, and since we have the platform to share, I think people need to realize that is the worst way to start a conversation with anybody you've not seen for a while.
Yeah.
So
especially if there is that friendship of we've lost touch maybe 1 year and we used to be
so tight.
Yeah. Like man, if it's like 5 years, 6, and even like it's a huge gap and we've not been in constant communication for the last maybe 3 years.
And then after
immediately on the same day we talk.
Immediately after hi.
Within the first 1 hour, hi, how are you? Hey, what are you doing? As a hustler, and you are me by the. I'm in UAE kidogo. Maze, you send something. You buy me. Boss.
But for me, for real, now I've come to know how those conversations starts and how it will pick on. So immediately out of the blues,
you start,
we've never connected, and you're like, hi, how have you been? Hey, it's been, and then you're like, oh man, it's been tough here. That's why I exit that group.
It's actually just the same.
You from there.
It's just the same like when you're on vacation. When you're on vacation, there's that conversation of, hey, mambo, vacation nakupelekaje? As soon as that starts, you definitely know kuna mzigo tunaitisha ubebe. So,
I'm Kenyan, bring me some.
I'm Kenyan.
I'm Kenyan, I have to send you something from home.
I have to remember something I left back home.
Exactly.
I mean, it depends with, as you said, if someone who was like a tight friend, like you know, there's those moments of hatuwezi ongea kila saa. So there's that era where the communication went down kidogo. Then you reach out because you have a problem or something you need help with. Then that's fine.
If you're my friend, definitely.
Yeah.
But I'm talking of somebody
like someone we were in high school together. We were just friends in high school. We were just friends in Campo, and then you're like, yo, I saw you in some club in Dubai. You live in Dubai.
Ama they reply to your
story.
Facebook story. You know, these people, they always...
it is always a story.
It's always from Facebook because, Facebook is when you connected with people from back from before Instagram and everything else.
Facebook.
So, Facebook tu hapo kwa messenger, pap, niaje? They've replied to your story. So, they already know you're not in the country.
Guess do you know Gen Zs don't know about Facebook?
Actually, do they?
They know there's an app called Facebook.
They know there is an app, but
they don't know how big Facebook was.
Yeah, they don't know how big Facebook was.
We used to go to cyber cafe and pay and sit just to poke on somebody
someone.
and then wait for them to poke you back.
Is the poke button still
No,
there?
it's not there.
No,
they removed it.
They changed it to the like.
No,
Facebook has evolved so much, man.
No, when you're live on Instagram, you see the wave. The wave.
Yeah,
nice.
That's poke.
Yeah, that's poke.
No, that's poke nowadays.
Yeah, that used to be poke now. Anyway, there was this application to go.
Hey man,
to go was the WhatsApp of those days.
WhatsApp. It was a chat room.
And
then there was MiG 33.
MiG 33.
For me to go, I was a violent person. I just go into chats, throw shade. They exit me and another one.
In the chat rooms.
That's what I was doing.
And then those days there was no streaming platforms and everything. Music we used to get from
Waptrick, yeah. And then
you get a 30 second song for your ringtone.
Yeah. Even the games, they used to be like you have to go to Waptrick.
Everything was on Waptrick, man. Even Gen Z don't know these things.
For me, it's so weird that I don't even I've not had a ringtone for like a music ringtone for like even 4 or 5 years now.
I think that thing used to be.
The last time I had a ringtone, like a song for a ringtone, I think was in 2019.
Hey, but that's for you. That's crazy. I think also for me before I left Kenya.
Long. It's 4
that's the last time I had a song for a ringtone. I remember because it used to be a big rich town by 50 Cent. And this because I used to love Power at the time. Power was everything. So I was like, yeah.
It's still going on.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying, but that time, you know, I was like, yo.
That thing used to make me feel so badass, Maze. I was like, I need to sell drugs. I like this guy.
You need to be like St. Patrick.
No, I wanted to be like the
other
Sun.
just the Sun. No.
Terek, not Terek of Kitambo, Terek of now. Terek of Kitambo, man. I meet that kid, I will whoop his ass, man. That kid was so immoral.
Hey, but Power was dope.
It's still dope.
Yeah.
And I think 50 Cent should keep that the power that in the you know there are 3 powers.
I know there is Power Book, and then you know there's something
there's
else.
The Kenan, there's the one he's doing for Tommy, and then there's the one that he
there's
does
so many
for,
sequels right now.
Yeah, so
There's
there's
so many sequels.
remove the Kenan. It's too old school.
But the original Power, that was...
Yeah, that was... it's like the way we had Breaking Bad and then the sequel, what is it called?
Bad,
I couldn't
Better
keep
Call
up.
Saul.
That's the greatest.
Better Call Saul is
series.
dope.
Eish.
Better Call Saul was dope.
Breaking Bad, I couldn't keep up.
Better Call Saul
Breaking Bad was amazing.
So, speaking of Breaking Bad and what was it, drugs and everything.
Yeah.
So there's this thing that is happening back home right now, and it's been trending.
Which one? Tell us.
Femicide.
Leta maneno.
Femicide. Tulisema no cap.
I know.
But-
That's a very sensitive topic,
Yeah, very.
especially coming from a man's perspective. But as you said, tuko na kikao.
No, we I think
Let's address what we can.
One of the things we endeavor to do is also
Educate.
talk of the social issues that are going on.
Yeah, for real.
And I think categorically and of course we put our foot on this and say we do not support
We
or
do not condone.
Yeah,
We do not condone
such
femicide. We do not condone GBV.
GBV. I mean, murder,
Any kind of violence.
Murder in any way.
Yeah.
We promote love.
Yeah.
Watu wapendane. From episode 1, we've always said jipende, watu wapendane, you know.
Jipende. Okay, yeah. But
yeah, like basically just
show love.
Yeah, show love. But of course, we for me personally, I think it's really sad what's happening in Kenya with the ladies and the femicide and everything, and people have come out strongly to condemn the acts that are happening for sure, and it's sad that somebody can just chop you up. But I think I don't know. I think there's always this season where things just happen.
There's always a season. Like right now, this is the
Kenya,
season.
yeah.
Like when we did episode 1, it was suicide.
yeah, it was suicide. Yes.
You remember?
Now is this?
And now
I think in Kenya there's a way things. You remember that time they used to undress women? That was a sad moment. Yeah, it trended for a while.
Yeah.
And then there's this moment.
My dress, my choice.
Yeah, when the my dress, my choice thing started. And then there was this time they were chopping men's genitals in Nyeri. It happened for a while. It became an issue until like that's when I realized.
There was an era of septic tanks.
Yeah.
We used to do
People there used to be.
Yeah,
I think people in Kenya they look for a loophole when they see there's an opportunity to commit before the police and the DCIs and the government comes in and says no. This thing will be investigated properly. I think there's a small period where people take advantage of. It's like the purge. People take advantage of.
It's like a purge.
Yeah,
But
people take advantage of the
I
situation,
don't
and
think it's really that it's a purge or something. I think one issue happens, and then it highlights all the others that have been happening, without people knowing about it. Like the thing of when you talked about my dress, my choice. It's not like ladies were not harassed before about how they used to dress. I've seen it happen even.
it used to be there.
But it takes one person. It takes one
serious case to be highlighted.
In this case, I would say like this femicide thing. Let me not say Mataya, but it took one person who was probably more popular, and then now people realize, okay, wait, there's somebody else. Okay, wait, there's somebody. But probably if you look back, we've seen ladies who've come out of this and said, I know this guy. He tried to do the same thing with me. And we paid ransom. There's another one who said, I know this story. I was also offered money, blah, blah, blah.
No, the reason I said it's like a purge is because as soon as the president will speak about it and like publicly say he's putting up a team that will investigate this thing, it will go down. So does it mean the media ignores the issue and like they subside the story?
Not necessarily the media, but it's played down initially when it starts happening. Until it becomes.
The reason I'm saying this is because most of these stories, they're coming out from the social media. Even before the newsroom give the story, it's coming out on social media. So you cannot silence everybody in social media.
Yeah, exactly.
So that means it's either a thing that once it starts being investigated, I think people stay away from it to avoid jail time or to avoid the consequence.
Yes.
So it makes it, that's why I said it's like a purge. It's like an error of a moment where things are happening.
Yeah, when the uproar is too much, then everybody highlights the issue. Everybody highlights. Then the police become more vigilant. Then somebody who knows something comes out to speak. Because now the issue has become, it's become too public. So now people get confidence to speak, number one. People also start paying attention to these things. It's like, what is it, extrajudicial killings? The same thing. Guys have been shot dead by police until maybe somebody is shot when somebody records it, and then people are like, yeah, but I know so-and-so was also shot in the ghetto. I know somebody. So it's
but all in all, like, how can
really
it be
sad
stopped?
What's happening.
Like, how can we advise, like, ladies, don't do this, don't do this. It's also, there's one thin line of avoid this or do your business how you want to do it.
I don't think
it's a thin line on how we can advise about it and not look in a certain
like
way that you are shutting down.
You don't want
to
sound like a chauvinist, like you're siding on one side and you're condemning the other side, because I don't think the ladies here are victims. They're not at fault. Whether
they're not.
Whatever situation you that made you end up there is not your fault. Number one. That's not anybody's fault. And I think also it's not a man's issue. Like when you say, like I read somebody who posted that men should stop killing women. I don't think it's a man.
It's a criminal doing it.
It's monsters. And we have monsters out there. So it's not like we guys just decided men are going to do. We have monsters. And you see, you can't avoid it. If somebody is inhuman, they are going to be inhuman, and then nobody walks around written at
because maybe you never know. Maybe there's stories of even men being killed the same way. Only that it's not there.
See, there's this blogger in Meru who was killed by the what's his name, Sniper.
But
I don't know. I think that was kind of political.
It was.
But it's still murder.
But it's still murder.
Yeah.
And I think the thing is, we should advocate for vigilance in terms of citizens. Be vigilant and be a brother's keeper. Because you see, like the incidents of Raisambo, this guy had not given out his details to the Airbnb.
To Airbnb,
people who spoke to him or had a communication with him, it took a while before people realized there was someone who's been murdered in that house. You get, if we're vigilant and
you remember when President Uhuru said security starts with you?
Yeah.
I think what he meant was, before you do anything, before you walk out of your house, walk out knowing that it's not safe out there.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
You
can meet robbers, you can meet some serial killer somewhere. So if you're gonna go somewhere, if you're gonna meet somebody random and you don't know them, take a step back and at least find out where you're going. Maybe tell a friend.
The communication part of it. Tell a friend.
For me, on these cases, what I would say is maybe if you're going out there to meet some sort of stranger, unless it's some private business that you're going to attend, make it, please meet in a public area. Meet in a cafe.
You can meet in a club and then end up in a...
No, but when you meet someone...
It will be a step. It will be a step forward.
But
it's because
if you leave a very difficult topic to discuss, because you might meet someone in a cafe and they bring out a different person than who they really are. There's this story of there's ESPN. They've done a documentary of a lady who was killed. Her name is I was watching it yesterday. I've forgotten the name of the lady. Just go in. The title of the documentary is called Listen. So this lady, she was dating a guy, and the guy lied to her about his name, his age, and everything. So when she later came to find out who this guy was, he had been arrested before. He was a sex offender, a registered sex offender, and he was not 28 years and he had lied before, and even the name was different. So when she found out and broke up with him, the guy started stalking her. She involved the police, but they were too slow to act. And I think that's another issue where police take some matters lightly.
I'll tell you that the truth is, and let's call it out, sometimes there's a way the system, especially when it comes to the police forces, is very misogynistic. So many cases where women can go to the station and say I've been beaten up, and the police will take it lightly.
No, it's not just
it's domestic.
It's not just
normal domestic.
It's not just about women. It's
No, I'm saying,
it's a fault in the system, especially
but when it comes to GBV, we have to call it out.
GBV men are the most victims.
There's a lot of misogyny, especially and also
because when a lady goes
chauvinistic ideas, when a man goes to the police station to say nimepigwa pia wewe bana unapigwa jana
end of revenge.
But if a lady goes and claims GBV, they kind of take it serious.
They kind of respond quickly.
So it becomes
not all the time, but
you see now this issue of the femicide. Sadly, the ones who have been killed or the victims, let me use the word the victims are in a kind of a line, the kind of where if they were to report the issue while it's happening, they will be judged. Most of them are in that kind of the lineage where, for lack of a better word, wako kwa biashara ya kuuza mwili. The two cases that we've...
The university girl?
She was meeting a guy for what? From the conversation that came out, it's like this guy was inviting her to for some shenanigans,
for some business.
And she was skeptical to go because she even like joked to the guy, "I hope you're not a murderer or something. I hope you're not luring me to kill me." So you see, it's like she had an instinct, and the thing that is, but the meeting that was to happen, it's not a kawaida meeting because there's a lady who came out on TikTok and she started giving a story of how her and the friend were in such a similar situation, and one of their friends, it's like alipotea. It's like they ate her body or something.
But if I was a guy, and let's be honest on this one, if I was a guy and I knew I wanted to lure somebody for any ritualistic purpose, the easiest way to go about it is look for somebody who's, I wouldn't look for a date in terms of relationship wise. I'll look for sini dem tunatafuta
sure.
Probably look for a call girl,
something really
because somebody it is easier to get that kind of person. So I won't say it's her fault, but also unapata it's really difficult for you to tell who you're meeting because
it is
your intentions are both different.
You see, it's very difficult because, for instance, even if you yourself you're going for a blind date, you don't know who you're meeting.
Not even blind date.
And
even the person you're meeting.
You can even date somebody
even the
for
person
1
you're
year
dating
and
now.
they decide to kill you one morning.
Even the person you're with now.
There's this story of this lady, this guy who went and killed the ex and the boyfriend.
There's that one as well.
I saw it also.
And we've seen also police officers who shoot their ex.
I think people are just nuts out here.
The best thing I can say out of this story is, wherever you're meeting someone or whoever you're meeting, be cautious. Like open up your third instinct or your fifth or your sixth, whichever it is that you use.
Trust your sense, your sixth sense.
Listen to your gut. If it says no to something, don't hesitate to call off the shots. Because I cannot say, ladies, be careful. Be careful of who.
You don't know who you are meeting.
You get because
you are meeting,
I can be careful meeting Gashu for the first time. I'm extra careful with Gashu. And Gashu has the best interest at heart. And then you meet in another Gashu whose intentions are weird and, so it's up. Just listen to your gut. If your gut says no, go with it.
Just be safe.
It's a no. Run away as fast as you can. Don't tamaya kitu yote sikupeleke mbele. And kitu yote, I mean anything, because it could be even a job. It could be an innocent thing as looking for a job. Like people are desperate looking for jobs. And it could be as a simple thing as innocent as that gets you killed. So ukisikia hiyo hata hiyo kazi wacha ikae.
Anyway, man, let's pray for
for better
safety.
Nation.
For safety
and better generation.
And healing for a nation.
For better nation,
it's crazy how people are.
People are wicked. People are wicked out here.
Do you support this story of we should close our borders because apparently, I think is it one or two of these cases were committed by foreigners.
It wouldn't make much of a difference.
Like I said, monsters are monsters. It doesn't matter.
It wouldn't make much of a difference.
Doesn't matter.
Kama madawa zinaingizangwa na mmeka all those scanners in the airport. Still.
So even if you close your borders
to
one particular country. I mean, look, even if you close your borders to one particular country, and me as a guy, I love somebody from that particular country, nothing will stop me from looking for... You can even
fly yourself out.
Yes, nothing will stop me from looking for that particular person I want.
Tuombe watoto wetu na mandugu zetu Just put your people in prayers.
At least ameamua.
Yeah, because this can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
It could be a sister, it could be a
true.
auntie,
If someone is in love with the fine girl community.
Kwambox said
What can you do?
she still loves Nigerians. She'll still play Nigerian music.
Yeah, but for that one, that one, I believe she should have apologized for that comment.
Yeah, because if that statement came from a guy,
Yeah.
it would have been cancelled ASAP.
I totally
ASAP.
feel she should have.
Because even Kiss pulled down that post.
But
I think it was pulled down.
Yeah, it was pulled
but
down.
it was already out
The
there.
damage was
Yes,
done.
so
The damage
people
was
who were
done.
quick to download
Yeah,
things.
It was there
the damage
already.
was done,
But-
and that's another. Me, that's the thing I have with society. People are judged.
the double standard.
The double standard in society is crazy because people have been cancelled for the same kind of remarks and got fired from the same media house. Akina Shafi
And
were
I
fired
think
for
the
remarks
best
like
way
those
to go
ones.
about this thing is call a spade a spade. Let's stop saying men or women.
Monsters are monsters. There's no
Monster
such
is a
thing as a
monster.
man and a woman. No. A monster is a monster.
If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're doing it the wrong way, let you be called out. You get it? Let's not saying, no, she was like this because or it's wrong because it was done by a man. If a woman does it, like for example, the GBV issue, the men who are sufferers, or how they're victims.
Victims.
They're victims in the
Kizungu mkuti ni kizungu.
Kizungu is not coming.
Their sufferation.
Their separation.
But let's get a bit light, man. This story is a bit somber. So I was reading. So when it comes to what you're saying about relationship and men and women, did you see this? There was this fake story. Apparently, it has been declared fake. Where kwanza you too. This is good for you too.
Once you break up with
once
someone,
you break up with somebody, apparently this is okay. It's been the couple has come out clear and said ati Kate, what is the name? Phil took Kate's car.
Yeah.
Alafu ati sijui and sold it and blah blah. But anyway, they came out and said this is nonsense. Can you concentrate on other things? But the question I would want to ask you is, if you're married and or rather if you're dating and you separate and you have this expensive gift you bought. Your mama unaichukua.
Me, I want to answer it in two ways. If it's marriage, it's another thing. Because in marriage, it could be
there is no yours and mine.
Yeah, that's marriage. Okay. But if you're dating, that's the office of a girlfriend. And now vacate office of the girlfriend, you leave the resources of the office of the president. Sorry, the office of the girlfriend.
Are you saying we should you should separate between the office and the office holder?
Yes. Those are two different. Kama nilikunulia handbag ya Prada na wakati wa kuenda umefika, bring back. That's a handbag belonging to the office of the girlfriend.
So if you take back this handbag,
so what are you
do you
going
hand
to
it
do
over
with
to
it?
the next person who comes?
Yeah, she's coming in as a girlfriend.
So you hand over the handbag.
Ndio sana. But that's a 10,000. That's a 10,000 Kenya shilling handbag, for example. Haitazeeka haraka abebe nini zake.
Wait. Let me get this one clear. This one is interesting.
Okay.
So what you're saying, when you're dating somebody, it's like this studio. You come in, if you leave everything here. Ukuja venye uliingia.
Ile vitu ulikuja nayo rudi nayo.
So how will you be handing over this particular handbag when the next person comes?
It
will be a wrapper. You wrap it up and
you put it in like another gift bag.
You guys, why are you making it so complicated? It's very simple.
I like also all the belongings belong to the office.
No, there are things that hizo ni vitu za ofisi.
What about maybe the lingeries, whatever?
I know, that's what I'm saying. There are things
anything that goes to your body.
Anything that goes to your
the
body
office bearer.
Hizo ndanazo. It's like when you walk into your office, they give you a pen to write. Hiyo ukiwakati kwenda unaweka kwa mfuko ndani nayo. But computer, laptop hizo unaacha.
You leave them in the office.
If I bought you a car as my girlfriend,
You
see, that's why you see when you're dating
so
someone.
So there's a clearance form.
Yeah, I have to come and tick off things.
Like, I know we broke up, so listen.
What about shoes?
I bought you this
expensive
handbag.
Shoes.
No. Those anything that has gone to your body, it's okay. Go with it. Handbag, car. If I rented an apartment for you, for example, you're not living together.
Yeah. That one I get it. Yeah.
No, for an apartment,
even a car.
Listen, for an apartment,
even a car,
for an apartment, you can say, "Yo, I'm no longer paying it." So you jipanga.
DJ Maforiza did the same thing.
Joho took his Porsche Cayenne.
Yeah, from highway. Even DJ Maforiza.
Kwanza alirepossess kwa highway.
Kwa highway. Kwa jam ukienda nyumbani. Maforiza, you saw the story?
Yeah, Maforiza did the same thing. Yeah, Maforiza did this. But yeah, like you said,
bro, it's an equipment for
those things. Yes, car. Yes, for a girlfriend. Yes, car, house. Those are.
No, personally, I don't think we'll take anything.
Okay, now let me twist it the other way.
I wouldn't take anything. Because look,
gari yangu nayo utarudisha. No, kimesema jina ya nani. In fact, first of all, if I'm buying you a car and you're not my wife, the logbook is in my name.
No, yeah, definitely.
Now that's where I was coming to. Yeah, I mean, if you are buying it for her like Rosafi,
I wouldn't say Rosafi.
Roger,
this is a girlfriend.
Wait, girlfriend, whatever. If you bought the car and you are buying it with good heart, I love you, I'm buying you a car. Also, you have no business keeping it in your name.
No.
If you're my girlfriend.
Yeah, if you're my girlfriend.
No, but you are buying it for her. You have no business keeping it in your name.
If I'm buying it for you as my girlfriend,
it has to be in my name.
It's a gift for you to show off to your friends. As soon as you're done with me, I'm done. You bring back my car. Endo ka show off na vitu zingine.
Na pesa yako.
Endo uonyesha na pesa yako.
Tafute kadudu.
I think this is
and you see that's what sponsors do. If you have a sugar daddy.
If it's my what about a business? You opened a business for her.
Yeah.
Akuregesha capital.
I'm putting it clearly. So clearly,
she should give
as
you back
long
the capital.
As she's not your wife. You've not invested in these things together. Aja kubebea watoto. Business, gari,
nyumba.
Expensive handbag, nyumba. Rudisha, office of the girlfriend to use it.
Okay, pause. Girlfriend lakini
not wife.
Not
baby
wife,
mama.
Your girlfriend. But now you guys got a kid together.
That's a baby mama.
That's a baby
that's
mama.
Different.
That's different. Then you bought a car for her.
That's different.
That's
now.
different.
She can keep the car because the kid will be using it.
She'll keep the car.
Yeah.
It is beneficial to
it's
my
beneficial to my kid. That's the difference.
That's the difference.
Bro, you know why I'm saying this is why men are putting themselves in some situations because you buy a girlfriend a car and then you date for 6 months. She's like, you know what? You're not giving me the same vibes you used to give me. She breaks up with you. She goes with the car to date someone else.
I love you find that nigga in traffic.
Nigga in traffic with your car. Anakupigia honi atitoka kwa just pay. Yeah. Rudisha.
No, but for me, I think I wouldn't take.
Now let's twist the story. Your girlfriend buys you these things. Yeah. Do you think she'll leave them with you?
My guy,
they take you the shoes.
No, forget it. If she's paying rent, you get out of that house. Number one.
For me, if I'm dating someone, I'm not dating petty people.
No,
someone will take those things petty.
He doesn't have an answer. He doesn't have an answer.
Yeah, you don't have an answer.
No, look, I have an answer. I'm telling you.
Do you think they will take?
If she takes, she's petty.
You don't know if she's petty yet.
I know. You know, I know she's
You've
petty.
You've not gotten there.
Do you know how I know she's petty? Because if you are petty, to start things with, I will not even have dated you if I notice you are petty. Hata tungefika hapo kwa dating.
You know, there's something that comes with the situation.
No, you'll know someone who's petty.
You know the heartbreak. Heartbreak confuses your mind. Heartbreak makes you reason different.
Yeah, true.
That's why you see some ladies wanna break up. They come to your house, they tear your shirt. Kiatu anabeba moja anatupa. He leaves you with the shirt on once.
You forget even.
Those are crazy people you're dating out here.
Forget even heartbreak. There's instances where you find even somebody is mad, and they go home. And you find maybe you've gone home and then they've like
they've bombarded everything.
They've messed up the whole house.
I know. I was with my friend once. We were staying at the same place, kwa hotel. So unajua vile umetoka kwa from the swimming pool you've come, you're like, let me put my t-shirt here, then you change nini. So usiku from the club these guys fought. Udema akakuja, she came, she poured, she took the clothes, she put them in the bathtub. So
bleaching.
No, all his clothes. So my shirt was also there kwa kitanda. My shirt, my shoes, akakuja akamwaga sijui ni wine, sijui nini. Man, I came in the morning. Me, I didn't know they had fought. I came to pick my things in the morning. I'm like, where? Amevunja perfume. The whole, really, she had ruined that room. I was like, wow, Buddha. Hey,
talking of ruining,
people are crazy.
Let me ask you a question. If you're going to visit your boys And then they start fighting with the mama. How do you do?
If I have an opportunity to leave, I leave. Kama ni mali siwezi toka, I get myself very busy.
Never be Kofi Annan in such
situation.
My friend, you lokota coffees huko mbaya sana. Ati you are the Kofi Annan. Bro,
don't play democracy hapo kunanga diplomacy. Just leave.
Ngoja story.
If you want to stop it, do it only twice. Guys, stop it.
If you say it once and twice and that's it, you move.
You know, these are the same two people who will be sleeping at night
don't follow up.
Yeah, ngoja uambie story.
See, it has ended there. If nobody has told, if they don't tell you about it from there, you forget about it. It never happened.
Bro,
and don't repeat it.
They make up, they start talking about you. That guy wanted us to break up. Yeah?
Lakini umeona mashetani zao yenda alikuwa anataka to break up.
Is he
And then you are just
you're trying to be diplomatic. I know guys don't fight. No, he's not like that. Way, my friend.
When don't
Either if you cannot get out of that place, just shut up and you're jipe shughuli. Open YouTube and watch those guys, those two Indians who build houses.
Reminds me of that DJ Doji t-shirt. Tumerudiana na tutaki advice zenyu. Bro, it makes so true.
It's so true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Talking of office of the girlfriend.
This topic is interesting.
Yeah, it's so big. You need to expound it properly.
It needs a whole episode.
Yeah.
So now, let me get this question. Or let me get this point.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys receive gifts from your significant others?
Yes.
On your birthdays, randomly?
On any occasion you want.
For me, any occasion.
Like, it can be any occasion. Like, if it's Christmas, if it's...
Bro, unateseka?
No, I'm just asking for...
Did you get a Christmas gift?
Definitely.
See, okay.
No, for me, I'm sorted. In terms of gifting and being gifted... But the question is, would you take offense kila mwaka ukipatiwa socks?
Yes.
I'm a boxer.
Bro, ni mtu ataki kufikiria.
Let me tell you what I would suggest. For me, I think what would work is, see, you know each other. And maybe maybe like now Valentine is coming, right? And you've got like a month or two maybe ahead, and just start that conversation of, baby, what would you want for Valentine? It's easier if you know what you have a list of items you can choose from. Because then you're going to get her something she actually needs or she actually wants, and you're going to get him something he actually... Instead of guessing it, and maybe it won't fancy her that much.
Actually, now that you're mentioning it, there's another twist for the same question. For instance, it's someone's birthday, and then he or she says, I want this particular thing for my birthday. Correct? That's what she wants. So do you bring the particular thing, whether you can afford it or not, or you can get something else?
That's why I say get a list of options, because this one is too costly for me. This is what you ultimately want, right? Yes. Sawa. This one is number one, yes. But what if I can't get it at the time? What else would you like?
So do you have this discussion with this person X?
Yes.
And
I will not. You see, because you know each other. You know your strengths and your weaknesses. Yeah, you know. For example, she says, I want a car for my birthday. You know very well that is not something you can afford. That's how utajiua because you can't afford a car. You tell her, okay, fine.
That's what Sims do.
I have it.
Simpa tende alone. I
have it at the back of my mind. She wants a car. If I can afford it, fine. If I can't, okay, so I have noted it down. I'll see what I can do about it. But what if I can't get you a car? What else would you like? That is not that expensive. What else would you like? I would like ABCD.
For me, I never tell someone what I want for a gift.
Like you cannot tell, but what if she tells you?
If she tells me, it's fine. But for me, I'll never tell someone like, so, this is what I want for a gift.
On that point of view, what if the thing she wants, for example, she wants a new iPhone. You can afford the iPhone, but not now. So her birthday is tomorrow or next week.
I cannot afford it tomorrow.
You cannot afford it by next week.
You're not getting it.
So if you buy it any other time and gift it, does it still count as the birthday gift?
Yeah,
it does.
It does.
Okay. It does.
It does.
For me, it does, because she wanted it. She still doesn't have it, but you've made a point of getting it.
Okay, Sarah. Okay, you told me you wanted an iPhone. Since like you said, your birthday is here. You told me kitambo. So far, I've done my calculations. I've realized, hey, iPhone, I can't make it on her birthday. Well, we'll enjoy the birthday, but I'll remind you, your gift is still coming. Don't worry. If you are in a relationship where you understand each other, it's not an issue.
Yeah.
But kama uko zile za no, I want wewe.
But honestly, any person that you call your girlfriend or your wife or your spouse, these are topics that should come easy, because if you cannot discuss something like that with your significant other, then you're dating yourself.
Yeah, if you can't have that conversation,
that's a conversation
that's a money conversation.
Yeah,
that's a money that's money I'm spending.
And actually, in a relationship, there are topics that you need to discuss before you get deep into the relationship. Money. How do we spend our money, and how do we go about the money conversation? Because there are couples who break up because bibi yangu analipo 100 na mimi nalipo.
I don't have to be paying for date night every time.
Exactly.
You know, there are days
and
where we can go on a date and we say, let me cover this bill.
Is kids. Before you get serious with someone, you need to discuss the topic.
Someone might
kids.
be wanting 5, you want to.
No, and there's someone who doesn't want kids.
And also when they want them.
And also when they want them.
Maybe want them in the next 1 year.
For me, I always say it's when they want them.
When they want them matters.
For me, when they want them is very important.
Even if they want it. The people who don't want kids, the people who are like comfortable being venye wako, maybe
for me, if I'm out to get kids and you're not in that level of you never want kids, I want kids. That means even we have no business being together.
Oh, and the third thing that you need to discuss is your families. That's a topic that you should discuss and expound it. She needs to know the mother-in-law before tamjue, because that's where another issue
what to expect. Yeah, and be honest with her.
Yeah, be honest with her. Mamangu ni mbaya.
Especially if you know how your maybe your parents are, and how they relate with even your relatives and in-laws. So be honest with her. Don't be wale wa ati us we are perfect.
Atakupenda.
Let her know mnaweza elewana. And of course, always mwambia ati atakupenda. Of course, you won't say, my mother-in-law will hate you. No. But let her understand that she's not all that ballpark ati, you know. And she can have her bad days. You can just put it, my mom can have some.
And also the mother-in-laws who have specific of who you should date.
No, and definitely, see, your parent.
Would you let your mother-in-law, your mom decide who you date?
No, not deciding who you date, but they have a specific of who you're dating. Like the people who are like tribal.
Preference.
No, but look,
preference.
But look, as much as we might try to avoid that, what your mother-in-law might say might also weigh in a lot on what you would want later. And, it might weigh. It might.
It might. What your mother-in-law or your mother?
Yeah, it's very like, for instance, you bring someone home. And your mother-in-law maybe have some particular issue.
My mom or my mother-in-law?
No,
my mom.
Yeah, your mom.
Her mom-in-law.
No, your mom. Okay,
my mom will.
Yeah. So you've brought a lady home, and then your mom has some particular issues with the lady. Would you consider leaving that lady?
Can I tell you an interesting story? This is a true story.
It depends with what. But to answer you on my side, it depends with what issue she's raising.
Will that influence your decision?
That's what I'm saying. It depends with the issue she's raising, because if she raises an issue about her. For example, you bring in someone who is a control freak. Mapenzi imekufunga uoni your part.
But how
the people who are controlled.
How will your mother-in-law know that? How will your mom know that?
Bro, you can see your friend's girlfriend, how they're treating them, and they can see it. The people who are blinded by love.
Yeah.
You can be blinded by love.
I get your point.
Yeah, something that it's a red flag. You ignore it and
you don't
like,
see it, and then everybody around you sees
everybody around you can see. If such a thing, in terms of such things, control freak, cleanliness, and just how they talk around your family. If she raises such concerns,
but a good place to start from is your friends.
Yeah.
How
lakini hao marafiki ni wabaya.
Achana marafiki.
Anakwambia Gashu, ni sawa tu kama uko na furaha.
Well, if you're happy,
it's okay.
Bro, kani wewe tu umependa.
Wewe ndio umependa.
Huyo ndio msemo unatuletea.
Sitakusupport.
No worries. Us we are behind you. Anyway, but
but a genuine friend will tell you the truth.
Yeah, genuine friend.
Definitely.
He will not tell you like akijifta
kichini maji atakwambia yo.
He will tell you like this will be a problem. So you will make a decision.
It's up to you to decide.
I'm going to tell you a story.
No, yeah. There's a time we went. There's a time. I know it's because you interrupted me. It's like, I was trying to avoid it. Sasa wanaume wanapenda udak. There's a time I was with my friends somewhere. We went somewhere it was a family function, my side of the family, and then so we had some ladies. So my friends, they're very cool with my mom. So they play these jokes with each other. So so we get to this place. Alafu, there was a lady alikameka the front seat. So I was driving. And then, so my mom comes to say hi, hi, so-and-so, says hi to the ladies. And then my friend just drops this bomb. Madhe, umesalimia daughter-in-law hapo. And my mom looks at her, this is not Brian's type.
Wow.
Okay, she said it as a joke, not to offend her.
I'm taking offense.
She said it as a joke, not to offend her. Because alikam kwanza akajoke na wao. Akauliza, sasa who is who? So of course she knows the guys. She doesn't know the lady. So she asks, who is who? And then akamwambia, ujasalimia daughter-in-law hapo mbele. Akamwambia, hapana, this is not Brian's type.
Bro, I'm taking offense from the first statement.
So what if that is the person you're dating?
She wasn't, because she knew who was dating. That's why she made the joke.
No.
Unless ingekuwa ni Klande, sasa ingekuwa story ingine.
Na kama madhe anajua Klande ajue.
Sasa mimi ndo najua alikuwa anajua nani. It was a joke. It was a joke. But it was a joke. And then she didn't take offense. But then the funny thing, the lady didn't take offense. She actually understood it. No, she laughed about it. Okay.
Of course, lazima acheke.
Kwani lazima ajama
Lazima
Sikuwa namkatia.
haina shida lakini
unajuaje?
Sikuwa namkatia.
Si ulikuwa umeweka front seat.
Sababu gani imejaa?
kwani kuna vitu huko nyuma?
Huko nyuma walikuwa wawili.
So space ilibaki ni yake hapo mbele.
Sasa yeye angekaa
kumaanisha
kumaanisha nini sasa? Si angekauka katikati na nani na ala mtu
The cow
wawili mpaka wapi? Mpaka nyuma, mpaka mbele. Lakini hapo mbele hapo mbele tu ndio
mbele ni rafiki. Was the car a shift gear or
why do you want to
know? I'm just asking. I'm pretty sure it's an automatic. Ndio mikono ziende kazi imeshikana.
Ukono ujinga. Nilijua nikisema hii story you'll run it all around.
I remember there's a time there was this girl. This is just after high school. I was ile tu mapenzi ya shule. So she was my girlfriend. She came to visit me, but she was scared of my mom because she had seen my mom before, but hawajaiongea. So this time she comes over and then she like meets my mom, and then my mom is like, you know, alimsalimika but jicho alimpea. I even saw it and kind of like, hey, what's up with there? So when he left, she was like, I will never ever step back. Think, hey, ulina venye mamako aliniangalia. I'm like, no, she looks at everybody like that.
But you knew. You knew that side, bombastic side eye.
For you at least, it's unaona vile niliangaliwa. My mom will not look at you.
Really?
Yeah, I know a lot of ladies who have been at my place.
Of course, our mothers, there's always that person. They're like, para not.
So what if that is your person?
So wait, was that your person?
At that time.
At that time, she was.
I was dating her.
Fuck. Okay.
Well, she came over.
Yeah, for me.
You're dating. Me, I wasn't dating that chick. But funny enough, I wasn't. Aliambo you're not my type. No, serious.
Ile pastanganga ile.
For me, it was like high school. I was dating this lady. She comes and knocked. Cliff, hey, my mom, you know, so for us, the door was there. And then the nearest window is the living room.
Yeah.
My mom shouted from there.
Namtasoma siku gani?
Waweza kuleta wasichana kwa nyumba.
And then, you know, the lady is still confused. She's still standing there. She doesn't know my mom is already coming at the door. Go, msome.
By any chance, is your mama a teacher?
No, she's a
doctor. Nurse. No wonder.
Ukali ni hiyo.
Hizo career za ukiwa na mzazi daktari, mwalimu, engineer, lawyer.
They're strict.
Speaking
of schools, have you seen this lady called Sue Gashambi?
Yeah, the dildo lady.
Wow, that's how you describe her.
Yeah, because she sells those things. I've never seen advertising those things.
She sells sex toys. Yeah, I didn't know what she does.
Like you've not seen her.
No, I've seen it. But is that the best way you could describe her?
That's the only way I know her.
Sue Amadildo.
I don't know any
Amadildo.
Sue Amadildo. It's like this lady for the kanjo. You know the lady for kanjo, the one who carried the kanjo in her car. Yeah. So every time you see her, you like,
the kanjo. You know, Gashu is the typical guy. He'll serve you clip for spares.
How you said my name on your phone?
It's Cliff.
Without an E.
No, but me, I always add that Kukumbuka. I'm so bad with names by the way. You know, in the club when I'm DJing, I meet people, they're like, Gashu. I'm like, okay. So
your phone is as
wide out.
But that I mean, if I meet you in the club, I'll save you from that club. Unless I get to know you again, then I will now remove the, because that one is for me to remember where I saw you. Hideout, okay.
It's like when you meet a lady and then you don't want to ask her name. She knows you. She remembers you. She gives you the number. Like you like kumuonesha. What do? You save to hideout 1. Hideout Sunday Grouchy. So the next time you meet her, akikwambia jina, you go and change. Kumbe ni huyu.
Bro, around my phone to be looked at night. You type hideout on the contact. Hideout 1, hideout 1 Grouchy, hideout 1 DJ Kid.
Enishwa reggae. Enishinandi.
Like what you say about
Gashami is sponsoring
Somadildo
is sponsoring kids, but she's doing what I think is a very noble thing. She's sponsoring kids that didn't do well in their national exams.
Yeah, but regardless of the performance,
those who did not do well. Those who failed. Let's say, okay, I don't want to say they failed.
No one failed.
But they did not perform. They did not perform as per what people
as
think
the standards.
Is the standard.
Well, the standard is for yourself. Let's just say someone would.
I get what you're trying to say.
There's somebody who put in the best efforts and they got to 200 and maybe 50, and that is the best they have ever done. So you cannot compare that student with whoever is number one. That one has outperformed themselves. They are surprised. They have done their best.
But it's the truth.
It's true.
Kama umeko kilimama 190 alafu upate 240.
No, nimecheka juu.
Just Badildo.
No, umesema ya performance kakumbuka when in class 4 there's a guy who
bro lakini tunaongelea performance za shule.
Okay. No, because I mentioned deal with the story about performance za nini.
That's tunaongelea performance za shule.
Hiyo kila mtu ajirate kivyake. Okay. My best could be the worst. Someone else.
3 minutes of good hard work.
Wacha nikwambie. Anything more than 2 minutes hiyo ni kujioneshana.
Inaitwa
2 minutes of honest work.
3 minutes of honest hard work. Wacha kuanza 3 ni 2.
So you're saying class 4.
So class 4 kulikuwa na performance.
As I told you earlier, I joined a boarding school in class 4. So there's this guy who joined us to I think tulikuwa class 4 or class 5. I can't remember well, but around there. So this guy, he came from uko mashambani. Interior, even the Kiswahili used to speak. Like he used to mix Kikuyu and Kiswahili to complete a sentence, even when talking to the teacher. So when he joined us, it was like 2 weeks before the first cut. And I remember when we were doing the exam, the girls just ticking A, B, B, C, D, D.
Guess what?
Yeah. So he got to 50. Sijui alipata aje to 50, but miraculously alipata
to 50 marks
out of guesswork.
Yeah. Alipata to 50 out of guesswork.
Alijaribu.
But the guy was so excited. Siyasa tunacheka juu, but nacheka because he was so excited.
For guesswork. He was like, what? Nimeguess nikapata half. Ni noma. But
huyu anaweza kwa nasema. Kwa hivyo ningesoma tu kidogo ningepisha so tatu.
No, but funny thing, after when we did KCP, he really performed nicely. Yeah, he performed well.
So what do you think about this gesture of this lady
of
Suamadildo paying for students who did not do well, who did not achieve what they would?
No, for me, I think actually
I think it's very noble.
That's a very noble
because
cause,
education is very important.
I think I would do the same rather than sponsoring someone
the bright ones,
because the bright one definitely will get
something. Always get a sponsor.
Not definitely, but the chances are they'll be able to.
There's a 90% chance somebody's gonna sponsor a very bright kid. But you see, there's ones who maybe some circumstances are different. Maybe there's somebody who from the middle of nowhere. There's somebody who's looking after their younger siblings. They're in class 8, maybe they're the eldest. Akuja fike home, yendo deputy parent kwa hiyo nyumba. They get home, they have to do this. They don't have electricity, so they're learning under what is it called, koroboi, ile tambi. So they have to study, they have to do all these things. School in terms of supplies, they don't have anything. Government schools, you know how shitty they can be. Alafu this kid gets maybe a 250, 210 or whatever. That kid has done the best with the circumstances they have. If you look at the whole group of candidates, he's not done well. But for him, with the circumstances, he needs a better chance. Get that kid from there, take them to high school, provide everything for them. You'll be surprised they can be even a B student.
Yeah.
True.
You'll be surprised they can be even a B student or an A student, depending on the environment.
Let me get this context.
So I think
she's sponsoring kids from KCP or KCSE? KCP
into high school. Yes.
That's a very noble thing.
Because I think with education, it's not just about the books. It's about the experience as well.
Yeah.
And we should also change the education system
and the exposure.
To be more of, like sports. We can make sports
where kids go into school. There are schools that do that. I know, like, especially schools that perform really well in sports and not academically. They even offer scholarships to students who are very good in sports and did not do very well in
and I think that's another thing we should embrace that now.
So you find somebody is very good in football and they're not very good academically. They go to a very good school just because they're going to add value to the football team.
Like I know in the States, what happens is somebody might not be very good academically, but in sports, he or she is top talent. So they'll call you in, and because they know yourself, you're a top talent. Now, when you get there, they tell you have to reach a certain
GPA,
mark for you to be involved in that sport.
But for them, they have two different kind of, in the same class, the lower performers. They have a different exam than the higher performers.
Yeah, but that's what I'm telling you. Once you get to that school, they'll tell you.
Yeah, they give you like...
You have to attain a GPA, certain GPA.
Attain a certain GPA for you to represent the school. So for you, since you are talented and you want people to see you, you'll work hard in class school. As much
have
as
you watched the movie Coach Carter?
Coach Carter, actually Coach Carter.
No, I've not watched it. But that's a thing they should embrace in Kenya.
It's a very good example of that.
Because there's someone who's good in like drama. They can act, they can do these things. But in terms of masomo, they're lagging behind.
And I think that is what...
So we should not all have the same KCP or the same KCSE because there's some people who are slow. There are people who are smart, but they're slow.
There was a time,
especially when it comes
I don't
to
know
books.
if it's still there, but there's a time in high school they introduced something called Option B.
Yeah.
There was a time, especially for the low-performing schools where resources are limited and everything. Apparently, there was an Option B whereby instead of doing chemistry, physics, what you do like a science subject that has just the basics of everything. The same with humanity subjects. Like there was something like that was introduced.
But it was never pursued.
I don't know if it still goes on. But there was an option B whereby you do simpler mathematics papers, simpler science papers.
The problem with Kenya is the rich. They will, even if your kid is smart, you just want nice flying marks. They will buy those exams for their kids. People are
paying top money to get their kids into Alliance and national schools, even if they didn't.
I saw the principal.
But
there's that story. I don't know how true it is, but
it's alleged that he's charging almost 150,000
but again,
per student.
That era is ending because you may remember that when there were these top schools, there's a time they enrolled 200, 190 has A, like the others have A minus. Right now, you're finding somebody in Alliance still having maybe a D minus or a D. It's happening.
They didn't get enough more Kenya.
It's happening. Things are changing now.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I think things will change.
The last person had a B minus.
But
so it's something school. I can't remember the name. It's in those sides of Nyanza or Western. I don't know.
So my question is, do you think these things of grades are that important? But we talked about this in terms of...
about in the other episode.
In episode 2, If you've not watched episode 2, go back and watch it. If you're watching us, this is your first episode. By the way, we have like 5 more. Go back to episode 1, catch up with us.
But the grades are kind of important.
They are.
To be honest,
they're not.
They're not.
They
are important.
They are.
Look,
I'll tell you why.
There is no way. For instance, an E student will. Yes, he can do better with bridging, and then he becomes what he wants. But it will be so different with an E student and an A student, both admitted to med school, and one becomes a doctor then.
That's what I'm saying. It's not important because if you know you're an E person and it's a thing, For me, I know my potential in mathematics. Hata nikipatia career mathematics, I run away from it. You get? Because I know my potential it is.
But you see, you can bridge, and then you can
even if you bridge, there are things you cannot bridge. You cannot bridge until you do medicine. there's a level of you know why I'm saying
it's
not important because you're forcing me to get a B plus to join a campus to go do engineering. It's not my passion. I just applied it because
what he's saying makes sense because there are instances whereby somebody is passionate about maybe let's say accounts, right? They are very passionate about. They want to be an accountant. They want to get into accounting badly, but their average grade in high school was bad. So now they cannot be admitted to college because they had maybe a C minus and you need a B plane and above to be admitted for accounting.
Yeah.
So like he says, this person goes, does bridging. What are the bridging subjects I need to do? A, B, C, D. They do bridging. They get admitted into accounting. Remember, they are very passionate about it. So they get into accounting and they put their all. And they become some of the biggest accountants we have in the country. But that grade failed them.
That's why I said grade is not important.
But
and I don't support it.
At that point,
it gets you through.
Yes,
no.
to a point. Because
now, let me
hawezi pata bridging yoyote.
Now, let me tell you what you're trying to say. How many people do you know in Dubai that are chefs? Na alitoka Kenya hata jaishika kisu.
Yeah, I know.
And they're top chefs here.
Ni wengi?
Exactly. They didn't need that grading for them to prove to be chefs. Maybe someone had a passion to be a chef. Akapata D. Akaenda utalia kambo lazima ukuwe na B. Ama ukuwe na C+.
But
they tried to do bridging. They're told, hey, even if we give you bridging for English, hey.
But this person, does he have some certain advantage since alisomea like...
So papers
now, this is what I'm saying.
Have advantage.
Yeah, they have an advantage.
Papers have advantage of the educational knowledge. You get? For example,
practicality is individual though.
No, you go to school, you learn English, you learn mathematics, you learn Swahili. Those are the basic subjects, right? Once you grasp this one, you have an idea of how to apply them when you come out here. For example, you get a D plus in your KCSE, but you've studied until Form 4. Then your dad organizes for you to become a tour driver. Okay? When you become a tour driver, they tell you only need one extra subject. For example, our company employs only French-speaking drivers. You say, I can do French. You go learn French, you're employed as a tour driver. The other thing you need to know is about animals, right? It's a course. It's taught. You go do tourism or something. That one actually grade yake si kubwa sana. You go do it. Out there you become the best tour driver. You make money. You start your own businesses. You employ the A student and life goes on. Here there's a guy who got a D. That thing limited them to think outside the box because they were told D, haiwezi kupeleka mahali. You get? But without the grading, I just do my exam, I pass or I fail. I did my part. But I have this education, part of it. I can speak English, I can express myself in Swahili because I learned it. Now I go out there with my smartness, I join whatever I can. But ikifika ni kitu kama medicine, engineering, piloting, passion goes with the education.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying, Ashu.
So grading is not important.
If I failed biology in high school, that means I've not even understood the basic of being a doctor.
Yeah, so you cannot even
so
go
you cannot
there.
be a doctor, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Then the grading are still important.
For what?
Because if I want to be a doctor and I cannot be a doctor and I don't even know the basic knowledge.
I need to pass.
Yes. For you to do medicine, you have to pass.
For me to be an
definitely that one you have to pass.
So it's important to have the grade.
Important to have the grade.
No, you're looking at it from the downside of those who have not achieved the grade.
Yeah.
Also look at the guy who got an A.
No, I'm looking at it at the aspect of I don't need a grade for me to elevate in life.
No, you don't. No, that's
my point.
That's my point. That one you have agreed.
We agree all of us.
No, for the other grade, definitely. That is common knowledge.
You see the way you go to some of these hospitals here and then you tell the doki this is, and then you see he's on the laptop already.
They're Googling. They're Googling from the
medicine. What always comes into your mind?
They're Googling.
No,
but my point is...
But aliandaka get PhD, Ahmed.
When it comes to this KCSE thing, remove the grading. Okay?
No, it has to be
there. Nyorosha exam yako. No, the grading...
It has to be
No, the grading now comes in. It does not limit you to be...
What it should not do, it should not cut you out. It should not shut your dreams in terms of if I want to do ABCD, you go do it.
Exactly.
But it is important because... At some point, you need to categorize people.
Yeah,
it
should not
the
be
grading
used,
part of it
in terms of
it should not be
used to judge your future.
Exactly.
And,
that is what I'm
outcome,
saying.
And the outcome of who you and what you will become in future, that should not be used to do that.
That grading is okay. Even if you don't get the mark to be a doctor, there should be a way that if you do this, this and this, and you pass on this, then we can admit you to go and
then somebody with an E will wake up and go to University of Nairobi and say, I demand to be admitted, and I want to be admitted for medicine. Oh no, you got an E. No, wait, you're not grading.
I know I'm a doctor.
If it's that kind of grading you're talking about, then it's different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There have to be a grading. So even if I get that E, there's still a way I can work my way through to go to med school. But now I have to maybe do this, pass in all this, and then move to this side.
Anyway, go to episode 2. We talked about this in episode 2.
Yeah, we didn't expound it as we did today. There's something you mentioned when we were talking. You mentioned something about as a DJ and taking numbers, right? So let's talk about now. But
you guys get numbers?
From where?
Yeah, we get numbers.
No, I'm asking. See, you say DJs, you get numbers. Me, I'm not a DJ.
We get numbers. Yeah, we get numbers. Like people come to see us. Yes.
Yeah.
People come to see us in.
No, we get numbers
in the clubs. Yes.
Yeah, we have numbers like we have
10
50
people, 15 people,
10
30 people.
Wangare Wainish.
And I know. Oh, you're talking about telephone numbers.
What numbers are we talking
about? So you're talking about the appearance numbers.
Like we can fill the club. 100 people.
The club
100
has
people. Yeah, 200 people.
Anyway.
Cliff, but I've hung out with Cliff when I'm playing, so I don't think he has this habit. But this thing of requests, somebody told us to talk about it because we are DJs.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't think there's any DJ in this world that likes being requested for a song.
So you guys don't like that one? Ni birthday ya best yangu, nicheze happy birthday.
We are going home. We are leaving in 10 minutes. That's the worst excuse you can use to request for a song. We are leaving in 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes, play me.
Go. By the way, after 10 minutes ni mingi, enda saa hii.
For me, I look at the request in two ways. When I'm playing at your party, personal party.
Like private event.
Yeah, private event. There you can request.
Hey, that's on me. You have to play what I want.
And even before I get there, I will ask you.
Yeah, before
what
I come,
songs do
I'll
you
ask
want?
for your preference.
Yes.
But nitakuachia mziki ucheze na YouTube. You don't have to force me to play at you. At now it's my birthday.
Let me tell you one thing people don't understand. We are not Spotify. We are not YouTube. We are human beings. And then there's a way we play songs. We don't just wake up and start and press play. In Spotify, ati sasa I'm playing your song. Okay, Kisha, nicheze ya Gashu. It doesn't work like that.
That's the same thing.
That's the big assumption people have. That's why people
you
come
play
and
Gasolina,
say,
then the next song is Marakari.
Play this song now because I'm leaving in 10 minutes. I can't do that.
That's the same thing where you find
and I will tell you politely.
I can have a playlist, 20 songs. He has the same 20 songs, but the way I'll play is not the same way
I'll play them. And they can play and you enjoy it, and they can play and you're like, what is this guy doing?
Exactly.
And it's the same songs.
Why do you guys love requesting songs?
Which guys?
We are talking to
you as an audience.
DJ. Talk for the other people.
Yes,
speak
because
for them
they need
today.
somebody to speak for them.
Bebe msalaba.
Nibebe watuitisha wimbo msalaba. Bana jibebeni msalaba yenu acheni ufala.
Yeah, tell us in the comments by the
yeah.
No, but if I'm coming to a gig, one, I knew there would be a DJ. If I wanted my particular song, I first listen to it in the house,
in the car,
put it on repeat. Ukifika club wacha ucheze Kenya.
Yeah.
Hakuna mambo ya.
For me, I hate the requesting.
I don't like requests.
And especially when you give me that ultimatum of, we are about to leave. Yalla go.
Or play it now. If you come and tell me play it now, guaranteed there's a 95% chance I won't play it.
But me, I want to there's the other side of requesting that I find interesting. I'm playing and then Cliff.
But not all the requests are bad.
Yeah, Cliff sends me like a message. Nicheze osiepe. Ama nicheze maisha no maya. It alerts me. This is a banger.
Yeah,
I can feel it in somewhere.
Not all requests are bad, but there's some requests are good. I don't think the problem is not how the request. The problem is how you do it. First of all, don't give me an ultimatum. Number one, don't be aggressive about it. Number two, just be just come and say, hey, you can just be polite. Brayo, I love this song. If you find time, play it. Can you? That is simple. You can tell me a song that maybe I didn't even I didn't put in my playlist and it's dope and I'm like, yo, that's a good idea. Maybe it fits in later in the in the set.
Lakini maisha normal lazima mcheze mwache.
Ayo atuchezi
tena.
It's done. 2024 you're done with it.
Come up with a new playlist that
nda boycott.
Maisha normal every time. You 90 BPM ni 90, maisha normal is 136. Gashu, maisha normal. Gashu, usisahau.
Chezeni maisha normal.
Sasa hiyo Heineken ziko kwa mwili. Alafu zimechanganywa na Jaeger.
Kwani ilikuwa mnimulike tu.
Talking of nini Heineken na Jaeger kwa mwili. You know, service industry, especially in hospitality, is a very tricky industry. Man, you have to understand someone's ntaitaje upuzi yake.
Yeah, when they're drunk.
Yeah, like the people who are stubborn,
you need to understand it.
And you need to smile and kind of show unajua nini wewe nakuelewa ni fit maisha normal inakuja.
I get it. I hear you.
Let me give you a pointer. When your DJ tells you sawa ina come, I just know it's not coming.
It's not coming.
Just know it's not coming.
Especially
fit.
If he replies that fast, the minute you just say it, it's like, yeah, like I know what I do. He's not even had the name. He's not had the name. He just wants you out of the face. And then they come whispering you, and they are drunk, and they are trying to concentrate.
But me, I want to be a DJ for the numbers.
Okay, don't worry. Which numbers?
See,
like
the crowd.
Okay. No worries.
Anyway, so it's we want to call it a day. Today it's a wrap like Moi. Thank you guys for watching. Remember
before you close, guys, Cliff, have you saved the money for my sneakers?
Gashu's birthday gift. We are expecting it by episode.
Staki zimechapa.
Sawa.
They're too black.
Sneakers zangu zimechapa. Mimi sijakuwa na.
So if I wear this ones, na sura yangu venye mimi mweusi. Sura natembea miguu tu.
Into black members.
Sawa. Get Gashu a birthday gift, guys. Get Gashu a birthday gift.
This guy was bought a birthday gift by a Kikao fan.
Okay, umelia sana.
Christmas. It was a
You'll
Christmas
get sneakers.
Gift.
Size
Christmas gift.
40. Nitauliza bibi yangu.
So alright guys, it's a wrap like Moi. It's done like Moi. Come on. It's a rap like Moi. It's done like Roy Teach. Mpaka tumesawa outro yetu mazee. But anyway, follow us on social media. Listen to Kikao on Spotify if you don't have time to watch. Subscribe. Guys, please. By the way, our analytics,
I saw the
70% of you are not subscribed. 70% of the viewers.
It's just subscribing.
Click that bell.
Hakuna notifications zitakuja kila saa.
Yeah.
It's only when we have
something that you will get a notification from us.
And it will not even send you a message.
It will just pop up there on your phone and it is quiet.
Just
subscribe.
Wamesikia.
No, we're not tuna beg.
No, we're not begging. We're just asking you guys. Please subscribe.
Subscribe basi.
Please subscribe.
All right.
Thank you guys. See you in episode 7. Thank you for watching. I'm Brand Exclusive.
Yeah. The birthday boy, DJ Gashu.
Cliff with an E.
Niko kwenye Kikao.
Episode 6.
We are Kikao.
We are done.